me, that was the best feeling ever. It was just, even today when people talk to you, they're like, you're the first black man to win medal in Olympics. But I was obviously inspired by Josiah Tungwane in 1996 and Penny Haynes in Atlanta. I think that was the first Olympics after being sanctioned, Atlanta, if I'm not right, that we were allowed to take part as a country. So that was the first Olympics I'd watched on television. I was in grade 8. I was still young. And I was inspired then to wanting to go to Olympics. And Josiah Tungwane, as I say, he was sick. He was a spare person in the team, long distance runner. And when the others got sick, he was pulled in to run. And he went and won gold. So for me, that's where it began. And then it was, wow, there's a black man that ran from our country. And then obviously we're seeing the Kenyans, seeing the others. That was just for me. I basically wanted to get out where I came from.
Yep.
From the township that I live. And I said, in life, you go upwards. All I want to do is, I don't want to look back. For me, that was a vehicle. Rowing was the vehicle.
That is why we ended up even going with the route of indoor rowing as a driving tool for development, mainly because most of the areas didn't have open water that is suitable for rowing. When they are in the environment as well, I for one, I'm very strong in terms of protecting the kids of color that come into the system, mainly because they need to feel welcomed. They need to feel like it's an environment they can take ownership of as well. In that way, you tap into their passion. But if they come into an environment that is hostile, you will miss the next Olympian, mainly because they're not gonna give you what you expect out of them because of fear. They don't feel like they belong. They don't feel like they can take ownership or can share some initiatives and to make the program actually work. So we are working very, very, very hard.
As myself, as a black athlete in South Africa, I think there's almost some sort of, maybe not expectation, but like want from myself to really be the face. Because if you go into these townships, which are predominantly black, you'll find that a lot of people will refer to rowing as somewhat of a white sport, and that why we can't do this. But just as myself to go out there and be like, look, it's like I said in the beginning of our chat, that there's nothing stopping you from being the best, whether you're in your rural area here or whether you grew up in Sandton. There's no difference. It's not going to define you. When you're on the water, everybody's equal. And I think it's just something that I want to try get involved with myself and try. Actually, yeah. So I think that's the big thing, trying to show people the dream is possible. It's not that crazy, and it's a wonderful thing to do.